This video is about our northbound Red Sea Passage. In my opinion, the start of the Red Sea Passage begins when you leave or pass the small Yemeni island of Socotra and head west 650 nautical miles through the Gulf of Aden to Djibouti.
In order to have days like this, you're going to have days like this. This is Tips on Tuesday. We're going to talk about what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. Stay tuned so you don't feel like doing this. If you like these videos, please subscribe and give us a like. And if you have anything to add to the conversation or any questions, please leave them below.
So we're all geared up and we're heading down to the prop. Make sure that puppy's clean so that we don't burn any more fuel than we have to. You coming in?
Are you done?
Yeah.
Is it okay?
We were wrapped a little bit. I untied it. It wasn't so bad. We would have been able to get it unwrapped anyways. You coming in? What's the current? It's 4 knots.
It's cool.
Oh, it ain't that bad.
It is cold.
You're going out that fast? Wow, that's fast. Sitting here wondering what's going on. Jivila, why don't you tell us?
So, we're supposed to take off Friday early morning, which is tomorrow early morning. And we asked Agent, well actually it's not Agent serving us, but his brother. And we noticed that they are very unreliable. They say they will be at 11 o'clock, but guess most of the time they are not. So this time we told them that we need documents today, and it's 3 boats of us. Zatara, La Pecadora, and us. And it's 5 p.m. What 5? It's actually 5, almost 30 p.m. And still no agents, no documents, nothing. We met them today in the city. Town, and they said yeah, all good. I told you I'm gonna deliver by noon.
All right, there's the Tara just sitting right behind us. La Pecadora sitting right over there, and we're all waiting to get checked out.
And we heard that police is coming over.
Yeah, we heard that the police are gonna board us. So I sent a message to the agencies about that the police are going to be boarding in a couple minutes, and that we're going to continue the checkout process. But if everything goes well, we'll just text them saying that everything went well and we're all checked out.
Our checkout process in Socotra was the absolute scariest of any checkout in any country we have ever been through. For some unknown reason, social media posts in Yemen professed Zatara and Aquarius were U.S. military vessels. Though Aquarius is a U.S. Coast Guard registered vessel, this is just the standard way to register a private vessel in the United States while you sail it around the world. So when we checked out, we were checked out. They sent 7 police and government officials led by a young Secret Service agent, probably trained by the CIA or KGB. These guys finished the checkout process at 8 p.m. Finding nothing aboard the vessels, they simply said, "You have 1 hour to leave." I said, "No way." They first said, "Then we won't check you out, and you'll have to do the process all over again tomorrow." But I demanded the safety of the vessels is the top priority, and I don't want to leave into 40 to 50 knots of wind in the middle of the night. I will leave at 4 a.m., so I will hit the winds when I have daylight. After a few minutes, they begrudgingly agreed, and Socotra and Aquarius weighed anchor at 4 a.m. the next morning and started our Red Sea passage. In the morning, when we left Socotra, we did see 40 to 45 knots of wind, but we were ready for them, and it wasn't that bad. Our first big mistake was arriving Socotra too early in the season, and we took off in the middle of September, which was also too early in the season. So we had to motor about 60% of the time through the Gulf of Aden, and it took us 5 days to arrive Djibouti, 3 or 4 days of it, which was running the engine. We should have planned to arrive Socotra on or about October 10th and leave Socotra after October 19th. You can see historical winds shown here on OpenCPN dramatically changed from September 15th to October 19th.
So we finished our shopping, and we're just finishing up our document.
And there is clear out.
Clear out
Let us
stamp.
stop.
All right, cool.
Good.
Oh,
Merci beaucoup.
That is for you, or that's for him?
Oh, that's for him.
And that is for you.
okay.
Okay.
And that is port clearance.
Port clearance to Port Galib.
Port Galib.
All right, perfect.
The Admiral didn't like the agent much in Djibouti, but I did. He helped with the fuel. He found us an amazing refrigeration technician that repaired our freezer, and it's still working to this day. And he helped negotiate the daily dinghy fee at the marina. You can check into Djibouti without an agent if you know your way around Djibouti. But I did appreciate the agent's help, though I do believe the cost of $350 was a bit high. Djibouti is the best place to stock up on food and other necessities, and a good place to wait for the right weather window to enter the Red Sea. We were told 2 smaller sailing vessels sank due to weather about here in the Bab el-Mandeb Strait just a year before our passage, so we chose our weather window with care. As soon as the weather looked good, we took off at 6 p.m. so that we would approach the shipping lanes in the strait in the daylight in the morning hours. If anything was going to happen with pirates, rebels, or migrants, it would happen here in the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, or in the southern Red Sea south of the Saudi-Yemen border. Once we reached the Saudi border, it was a relief to be out of the danger zone.
Our buddy boat Socotra. Two more container ships. 3. And our another buddy boat, La Picadora.
We picked up a lot of diesel this time because we knew that it was going to be a lot of motoring. So now we have, I think it's around 260 liters on the deck or around. So we have 860 liters on this passage. It's a lot of diesel. I've seen a couple 9s but no 10s.
Still motor or are you sailing?
No, I'm still motoring. What about you?
Better get out of this traffic zone, see what the winds are like here in a couple hours. Still like it. I don't know whether we should motor as much as we can and get there quicker or not.
Next week, we'll talk about what we think is required to cruise up the Red Sea. Also, we'll talk about agents, fees, and maybe some things we would have done a bit differently during our Red Sea passage. See you next Tuesday.
If you like this video, give us a like down below and click here to subscribe. That really helps us. And if you want to watch more of us, click one of those.
They said they came from Spanish
Thank you.